Good morning, everyone. Today, our group will discuss product mix with constraint based on review of 5 journal articles. From the literature, we found that product mix decisions are very important because they determine how companies allocate their limited resources among different products. Most companies face constraints such as limited raw materials, machine capacity, production time, and customer demand. These limitations make it difficult for managers to decide what product should be produced and in what quantity. Therefore, companies need effective methods to achieve the best production plan and maximize profit. After reviewing the 5 articles, several common themes were identified. First of all studies highlight that limited resources are the main challenge faced by business, whether in manufacturing, bakery production, furniture production, or beverage industries. Companies must operate within certain constraints. Second, profit maximization is the primary objective in product mix decision. Every company aims to generate the highest possible profit from the available resources. Third, most studies apply linear programming, while one study used the theory of constraints. These techniques help managers identify the best use of resources and improve decision making. Finally, all articles emphasize the importance of data-driven decision making instead of relying on trial and error or personal experience. Overall, the literature shows that optimization techniques provide significant benefits to organizations. The studies consistently found that these methods improve resource allocations, identify the most profitable product mix, and reduce inefficiencies in production process. In addition, business can better utilize their available resources, improve operational performance, and respond more effectively to customer demand. Most importantly, the implementation of this technique leads to the higher profitability and stronger competitiveness. Therefore, the literature suggests that optimization methods such as linear programming and theory of constraints are effective tools for solving product mix problem under resource constraints. Thank you. Now, I will pass the presentation to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Aisyah Hayani binti Al-Azib. Now, I will explain the constraints and challenges found in the 5 journal articles. Based on the articles, many companies face similar problems when planning their production. The first challenge is limited raw materials. Companies do not always have enough materials such as water, sugar, eggs, packaging, and other resources. Because of this, they need to decide how to use these materials wisely. The second challenge is limited machine capacity. Machines can only produce a certain number of products in a day or month. This limits the amount of products that companies can produce. Another challenge is limited production time. Companies have a fixed number of working hours, so they must complete production within the available time. Some companies also face production bottlenecks. This happens when one department works slower than the others, causing delays in the production process. In addition, customer demand can change from time to time. Companies need to balance customer demand with their available resources. And lastly, some companies still use traditional planning methods such as experience or try and error. These methods may not always help companies make the best production decisions. Now, let's look at the impact of these constraints on business performance. The constraints mentioned earlier can affect business performance in several ways. First, they make it difficult for companies to maximize profit. When resources are limited, companies may not be able to produce the most profitable products. Second, these constraints can cause production inefficiencies. For example, some resources may not be fully used, while some production processes may experience delays. Another impact is the companies may not be able to meet customer demand. This can lead to lost sales and unhappy customers. These constraints can also increase operating costs and make production planning more difficult. As a result, companies may not use their resources effectively, which can reduce overall performance and profitability. Overall, the five articles show that constraints such as limited materials, machine capacity, production time, and bottlenecks are common challenges faced by many businesses. Therefore, companies need a better way to manage these constraints and improve their production planning.
Hello everyone, my name is Liana and today I will be walking you through our group literature review regarding linear program as a solution to product mix constraints. When reviewing our 5 chosen articles, a prominent universal theme emerged whether a company is a small Malaysian bakery like Tempelicious Enterprise, a beverage SME like ABC Senyum Berhad, or a massive multinational like Genius Nigeria. Traditional management often rely heavily on try and error, basic assumption, or past experience to plan production. This literature heavily criticized this, proving that the institutional guesswork leave massive profit on the table and create several optional insufficiencies. To solve this, the collective literature points to linear programming, or LP, as the ultimate mathematical tool to replace guesswork with data-driven certainty. Across the study, researchers structures these complex businesses into 3 core components. First, decision variable, which represent the exact volume of product to make. Second, the objective function, mathematically engineered to maximize total profit. And third, the constraint, which turn the real-world limitation like restricted machine hour, finite raw materials, and shifting market demands into strict mathematical boundaries. Moving on to the specific methodologies found in this study, the article highlights that researchers do not solve this complex constraint manually. Instead, they input the mathematical data into optimization software like QM for Windows or LIPS, utilizing method like a simple model. However, the study also revealed a crucial nuance. A one-size-fits-all approach does not work. For instance, standard continuous LP models are perfect for company manufacturing liquids and drinking water or beer. But for a business producing discrete units such as the bakery, the study notes that integer linear program must be used instead, ensuring the software suggests realistic, however, whole numbers for production cycle. Furthermore, our review incorporates the theory of constraints, which show that firms can optimize their mix by calculating the financial contribution per minute of a specific bottleneck department, such as a factory assembly line. Ultimately, what are the actual benefits of adopting this optimization method? The evidence across all 5 articles is overwhelmingly positive. While business switch from traditional try and errors to data-driven linear models, the financial leap are dramatic. For example, the Malaysian drinking water producers saw their profits surge nearly 60%, while the furniture manufacturers' profit improved by 42%. Beyond the raw number, the literature highlights that this model gave management invaluable strategic clarity. It identifies exactly which resources are critical bottlenecks, such as identifying the calories were the limiting factor for genius, while protein are in excess. It also allowed firms to run sensitivity analysis to see how shifting raw material costs, like a sudden change in sugar price, will affect the future pricing decision. In conclusion, our study review demonstrates that while resource constraints are inescapable reality for modern businesses, linear program prove that companies do not need a massive budget to achieve peak efficiency. By embracing mathematical optimization, management accountant can confidently maximize profit, eliminate waste, and secure a massive competitive advantage.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Sharifa Balkis. Now, I will explain benefit of product mix optimization under production constraint. There are several important benefits that can be seen when organizations apply product mix optimization in their production planning. One of the main benefits is improved profit, where companies are able to select more efficient combination of product instead of relying on estimation or experience. This leads to better financial outcome because decisions are supported by a more structured approach. Another key benefit is better utilization of limited resources. In real production environment, resources such as machine capacity, raw material, and labor are always limited. Optimization helps ensure these resources are allocated more effectively, so they are fully used and not wasted. It also helps reduce waste and idle capacity by allowing organizations to focus more on value-adding production instead of low-impact activity. At the same time, it helps management identify products that contribute more to profit, so production can prioritize more strategically. And last but not least, it also can improve decision making because it is based on data and mathematical model rather than trial and error method, making the planning process more accurate and reliable. Overall, the studies show that product mix optimization improves both profitability and operational performance when they are constrained in production. In most cases, companies face limitations such as machine capacity, raw material, and demand requirement, which make decision making more challenging without a proper analytical approach. That's why linear programming is useful because it helps identify the best product combination under this limitation, resulting in better profit and more efficient use of resources. In some situations, integer linear programming is more practical because production must be in whole unit, making it more realistic for real operation. The theory of constraint also supports this by focusing on bottleneck where improving the main limiting factor can be significantly improve the overall system performance. So, overall, this method shows that when decisions are based on data rather than assumption, organizations are able to plan more effectively, use their resources more efficiently, and improve their overall performance in a more structured and practical way. That's all, thank you.